Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night, good day, wherever you are, whoever you are. Hello, hello. Erdman, welcome. I hope everybody's excited with the new updates. If you haven't seen them, I'm going to be going through some of them today. Wow, that is fast. Awesome. All right. I am bringing us. There we go. Hello, everybody. Yes. HD. No, you give me a 5-star weapon. I am good. Let's take a look here. We have some delicious new user interfaces. Sick. Double sick. Triple sick. And Arena should be enabled fairly soon, so we can do free for all. So this is the new user interface that has been long awaited. Adventure is where we have combat. Oh man, just look how clean everything looks. Yes. Love it. Awesome looking weapons. Oh yeah, that's my favorite. The Thirsty Saber. 1224. What element do I have? There we go. Let's do that. Gonna wreck these fools. Let's go with the highest power one. Oh, it's a fire. That's fine. So how's everybody doing today? Have you guys checked out the new user interface yet? Yeah, hopefully nothing breaks on stream. I think if anything broke on stream, we would have heard about it from the lounge, though. We would have already known what's breaking and what's not. Illuvium, do they have a game? Or yes. We can sit and stare at this for a minute. Let it bring us in some revenue. Yeah, let's go again. It's not. It's gonna be a water and a fire weapon, but nonetheless, this one no, because that's a fire guy. Possible. Oh, because he's a higher power. Yeah. Oh. Now we'll go for it. I still need to get my five Bs up on this actually. I think you guys should make a documentary about CD and all the trials and tribulations and its road to success. That would be interesting. There's certainly a lot to say about that. Lots of ups and downs. Boom. Unlikely. Oh, I still wish that we had the. Maybe eventually we'll put the loot box on unlikely victories. I'll go for it though. See what we can do. Am I happy? Yes, I am happy. I'm happy that many of the things that you guys see here are now finally in your hands. You lost the fight. And there's an error. Must have been an error because I should have won. I should send that to somebody. What's this? Oh, you know what? I kind of want to use my different weapon. Just look how fast and responsive this is now. Sick. It's water, right? Yeah, water. I have some pretty cool waters. I thought oh no, the one I have that's who should I go for? I will trade B&B for skill any day. The website has been a team effort of a number of different developers. Everybody really has kind of had a hand in it, either from a review or development standpoint. Tasty leaks. Gosh. Haven't I given you guys enough? What's up, Black Flag? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's take a look at some of these other interfaces, though. Oh, did I just use all my stamina, though? I think raids need to be fixed a little bit. Probably the bots brought online, if I had to guess. It's nice, but it looks great. And I don't know if this will come up at all because we need to bring up the bots for it, but nonetheless, checking it out. Yeah, that's fine. We can hop on over. Let's check out the blacksmith. Wow. Look at that. You know, it's been a while since we've done some forging on stream. Let's go for a 5-star Earth. Earth Nation represent. The PvP free-for-all is almost live. We're just working on bringing up some bots. What's the target market of NFT Bridge now that it's open publicly? So the target market is specifically GameFi projects, really, because those are the ones that actually utilize gas and the blockchain. But of course, if somebody wants to move any kind of NFT, you know, a collectible, for example, maybe from one chain to another, that's also a possibility. The primary points of contact who have shown interest are GameFi projects that are either launching as multi-chain, they have multi-chain in their roadmap, which is many, or those who are simply not, they don't necessarily even know the benefit that multi-chain can bring them. For example, projects that are on BSC that are struggling significantly because they're having to overcome gas prices to pay out earnings can really cause significant problems. And so the pitch to them is basically, you guys, your users are spending, let's say, a few $1,000s a day in some cases on fees that you're then having to pay out in additional rewards in order to overcome that. How about we enter you into our multi-chain ecosystem? You guys can select which endpoint is going to be working the best for you from a price standpoint, from a stability standpoint. There's a lot of different options, obviously, and from there they can move their user bases if they have to. So there's many different projects that can utilize the NFT bridge. Oh, okay, 4-star, great. All right, I got some fodder, but I've also got some. Also got a nice 4-star there. $4.99. How is that? What's the? Forget what the high end of the 4-star is, but the dwarves. And so I know I'm not talking as much as normal. Maybe I'm just sort of taking it all in too. This is fantastic and a huge relief to have this out, especially as we ramp up a lot of our different marketing services. That includes marketing to new players, which has been, I don't want to say on hold, but last summer, for instance, we had ads going all over the place. And lately we've been more in a phase of just solidifying our product and solidifying our economy, because it doesn't make sense to do mass market or massive marketing until our platform can actually sustain it, which it now can, at least to a significant extent. And we have other different kinds of fail safes and stuff in place in the case where things grow out of control, right? Like as I've kind of been telling people, you really can have too much of a good thing. Like last summer, we had a road to 5,000 holders initiative that was kicked off by a number of different tokenomic updates to the game, which obviously threw us into the road to over 1 million holders. So like it wasn't intended necessarily to blow up the way that it did, but it was both a blessing and a curse, I guess you could say. And with that, we learned what it takes for a play to earn project to scale out to millions of users. And we've watched others try and in many cases fail to scale to that level. And we saw that it really comes down to having a broader utility for the token than just earning. And that's sort of where, roughly 9 months ago, we started to move into, heavily investing in developing products that can be used for GameFi as a whole, because who better to develop these products than us, who, is actively going to be using them. We have been using them, and we are sort of using ourselves as the case study for how these can be effective and not only effective, but proving the technology, because nobody wants to sign on and have their users give assets, for example, to an unproven technology. And the fact is, nobody else has bridged as many NFTs as we have. Nobody else has had as many NFT marketplace transactions as we have. And now everybody gets to utilize our multi-chain NFT marketplace, NFT multi-chain NFT bridge. Of course, we have other services that we're going to be standing up externally as well, like the merchandise store. It's a really cool problem that we were able to solve for ourselves, and we launched that for ourselves about 5 months ago. That's now on the Bazaar, which we can technically integrate for other products. That's a product that we haven't begun even onboarding people outside of like the Knighthood program, who they're all aware that it's there. But yeah, there's a lot that's going on with marketing these products to GameFi as a whole, and as long as the whole idea is that as long as GameFi exists, we will have customers, and as long as we have customers, we have revenue that we can be paying out rewards. So nobody else has a model like this. It's not something that you can just fork our repository and bring up some sort of clone, right? Because this is an actual business that we've built over the past 9 months. And that's what I think is most exciting about what we've been able to do is to see all of that come to fruition, right? From the tech standpoint, from the business standpoint, the Knighthood program is proof that our platform is extremely valuable to GameFi projects as a whole. As I mentioned, we have a ton of projects that come in, and not all of them make it through. For you guys, the benefit is more transparent when it comes to the multi-farm, but keep in mind that those projects that get through on the multi-farm are also automatically whitelisted for listing on our secondary marketplace for utilizing the NFT bridge, which of course the NFT bridge, we don't necessarily have to care the quality of the products and projects that are using it. So that one's a little bit different, but our marketplace is a little bit more protected, where we want to be selling assets that are that at least have been able to pass due diligence, and our due diligence process is very significant. So yeah, that's just a little bit about kind of who our market is and how successful we've already been in that. We've collected over $500,000 in revenue from the Knighthood program alone. And we will continue to collect revenue from that. And now we will also be collecting revenue from the secondary marketplace, INOs. We're going to be collecting revenue from the Launchpad. We're going to be collecting revenue from the NFT bridge, possibly the merchandise store token elements. There's a lot of different areas now that is kind of bringing the scale token into a new dawn. And I have a lot more to say about all that too. So maybe that's where the leaks will come from. But let me get back to some questions. The new UI looks amazing. Thank you, English. Hey, Kroge, is the withdrawal situation for BSC going to remain the same? Only possible to withdraw King or other tokens besides Scale itself? So we actually have Tom up there from OVERHAUL, which is a great project, which we're going to be introducing you guys to. They're, really one of the highest quality teams with some of the most sort of battle-tested leadership I think that we've encountered among our Knighthood program applicants. And their game, is actually quite fun. I'm actually excited to be playing it on stream for you guys once we actually start to push out some deliverables for them. But they do have a multi-farm live, I believe I saw. Of course, CryptoBladers is going to be making their multi-farm live. We've got quite a few in the pipeline. And with the bear market, keep in mind, people are just not spending right now. However, it's getting to a point where they can only not spend for so long. And at the end of the day, they need, I'm sorry, I don't know if I clicked Forge. They're getting to the point where, I did. Okay, there we go. They're getting to the point where, you kind of have to start spending a little bit. Is this? Oh, it is. They are. Okay. I was looking at this stat up here and I'm thinking, why am I getting, oh no, yeah, it's just a stat. So they are indeed Earth. But yeah, it's getting to the point where, you have to start spending if you want to actually gain traction. We encounter a number of projects who we give them our pitch. We show them our benefits to their project and to other projects who have signed on with us. And they're like, well, how about instead you just do all this, retweeting of us and you do all these articles for us and you do it for free, or we'll do it for you is their payment, right? But like, we're not in the business of doing things for free. Our team has been, very actively proving the value of our products, and since we have a number of customers already, again, that sort of shows, like, wow, all these other people have kind of gone through this process and been inducted, and there's tons of benefits too. Like with our Knighthood program projects, they don't have to pay any listing fees for the secondary marketplace. They don't have to pay any listing fees for the bridge, which involves some development work and things like that. And so there's actually a really huge value that's gained from providing the tokens for you guys. They get access to these GameFi services. So it's, again, the business model is extremely lucrative for the projects that are working with us too. Good day, Crow. What's the agenda for today, or are we just hanging out and exploring the awesome UI? I'm just exploring the awesome UI. Like, I can't express how excited I am to have this. I think these designs were released sometime last year, and they've been in development now for quite some time. And like, now this is what people get to see when they come to CryptoBlades. Like, wow, like they're gonna come and be like, wow, I see why they're one of the top ranking games. Like, the visuals now are more in line with the quality of the product behind the scenes and the technology behind the scenes. And that's not to say, like, everything is sort of iterative. Like, I don't even have to say anything bad or poor about the previous UI. Like, it got us to where we are, but this is just that much better. And that experience is really important for people. The responsiveness is huge. I mean, one of the reasons I don't use PancakeSwap, and I don't know if it's just me, but like none of the charts ever load for me. And I don't know, like, comment if that's different for you guys, but I can never see like any stats, any charts. Like I'm trying to like use the info sites and stuff like that. And then I go to ApeSwap and everything works flawlessly, you know, like, and that's one thing that sucks about centralization. You know, PancakeSwap is an extremely centralized entity. In fact, I wouldn't trust them with any of my money. They're, you know, very clearly backed by Binance. They have some voting mechanisms, but how trustworthy that is, I don't know. Of course, they can have as many tokens as they want in a way, right? By, since they're the ones kind of minting them. I don't trust the platform at all. It's not high quality, but because Binance endorses it publicly all the time, you know, all of the funds flow to them. And you know, that's like the difference, you know. And then look at, I don't normally talk specifically about other projects, and I don't know that it's this team's fault in particular, but also look at Mines of Delarnia. That's a project that is obviously backed by Binance in some way. They were, I believe, on their launch pad. They've got listed on the exchange for spot and futures. They've been, you know, publicly like supporting them for a number of months now, and their product is let's just say less than stellar. They don't have any play to earn mechanism anymore. You know, it's all of it is play to lose. Their community management has been again a huge letdown, and quite frankly, Binance had the opportunity to invest in a project which made them already over $30 million in fees, which is us, and they chose not to. And so, like I have no reason to like, defend their poor decisions. It's entirely on them to invest in projects that are actually high quality like ours. And when they choose not to, other people step up. And so it's more the opportunity for you guys and for our other investors. I mean, look at like our top 100 holders, like it's, you know, they're like solid as a rock. You know, the people who are following this all the time, every day, know exactly what they're investing in. And it's not just some play to earn gimmick. Like, you know, we really are going to be across all chains, the main entry point into GameFi for everybody. That's the vision, that you come here not just because you're playing CryptoBlades, but because the CryptoBlades players, the people who are sort of participating in the ecosystem, are gaining entrance and gaining benefits for all these other games too, right? So imagine once we have our knighthood program projects on all of our different services, whether that's quests or whether that's the Bazaar or et cetera, you know, there's a lot of different ways that we're going to be actually integrating other NFTs into CryptoBlades. The whole idea is that CryptoBlades will end up just being the backbone. And yes, it's got this fun fantasy theme, and we love the kind of thematic element of CryptoBlades that we're very much pouring, you know, going all into from a theme standpoint. You know, we have the drawbridge, we have the Bazaar, you know, that stuff will never change. But CryptoBlades itself is very much a platform for any game to be successful, and people will be lining up. And in fact, as far as the knighthood program is concerned, they already are lining up to get involved on our platform and get introduced to our amazing player base, which is you guys. And so, you know, all that is to say, like, yeah, I don't really have to say very many bad things about projects. Like occasionally, you know, it's a disservice not to point those things out, but our product stands on its own. You know, I really truly believe in this idea of attract, don't chase, right? Like people will come because we're the best. And that is first and foremost the most important thing. Sorry, I know I'm getting off on a lot of tangents here, but I will keep scrolling through, and eventually I am how far behind? I am 16 minutes behind on comments and questions. And I don't think I've had a forge in about 5 minutes. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. Let's check it out. See what I got. See, the forge just waits until I stop talking, I think. All right. Still not a 5-star. All right, going to be scrolling through. PvP free for all will still incur gas fees. There will be gas fees. If you mean like having to pay gas for transactions, yes, that's true. The earnings should be significantly more though, depending on the chain that you're actually fighting PvP on. Maybe we can contact Krabata. They burn over 10 AVAX hourly in their game. No, that's a great suggestion. It's been on my radar, and obviously being on AVAX, I would consider that. My issue with that project is one of sustainability. I don't want to have everybody sort of ape in when I don't really see it lasting much longer, personally. Just based on like how long they can continue at the rate that they're going, especially paying and burning the fees that they are. So we are still pushing updates. Yes, we will be continuing to push updates for PvP specifically. Boss, is this a good time to ask about what Scale is all about? Yeah, absolutely. So Scale is, you can think of it like a blockchain as a service, and they are, or at least have been based in the United States, which is helpful in the sense of like they're an actual company with actual investors that we can have vetted versus, some of these like more kind of anonymous or like we don't know where they are or who they are kind of services. Like this is very much a company and a team that is all in on specifically GameFi. Not to say that they're not interested in DeFi, but their products and their on-ramp has been targeted very much towards GameFi, and they've been pursuing us for quite some time. As I kind of told them, there's kind of two aspects to like when we're choosing a blockchain partner. One of which is like we know that we kind of have sort of, I don't want to call it an upper hand, but like we have something very valuable to offer, and that is a very excited and active on-chain user base. And these blockchains are looking for that, right? They're trying to gain traction just like a game is trying to gain traction by having users on their platform. They're trying to gain traction by bringing other products and games onto their smart chain, because that's sort of what they can be showing to their investors and their shareholders. Like, look, we're the future of where GameFi will reside. Additionally, outside of any sort of incentive, and as I mentioned, we will be getting incentives from them. Obviously, we'll be very transparent about what that looks like and what that is. We don't have any exact numbers on it, but it's helpful because what we're bringing has value, and we want that value to be sort of represented. But additionally, the actual technology behind it is really cool. So they're similar to Polkadot in a sense that, and with their new sort of version 2 mainnet that they are releasing shortly, all of their individual kind of chains can now interact with each other. And so people can be coming to our chain, for example, to participate in CryptoBlades. But additionally, because our marketplace is here, they can be using our marketplace from any of the other chains. They can be using our NFT bridge to move into Scale from all the chains that we support. And that's where this whole idea of bringing in a services company like ours has been is going to be very valuable to them, because not only do we bring a whole bunch of users from the play to earn perspective, but we bring a whole bunch of users from the services perspective, that now the Scale ecosystem will have access to NFT bridging technology, to NFT marketplace technology, and they are looking to in a way endorse the projects that are coming in this sort of initial, especially when there's any kind of funding involved, that is an endorsement of some kind. But I only say it that way because a lot of projects, like for example, we don't like publicly endorse even any of our knighthood projects, right? We inform our user base about these projects, and everybody has to do their own research. They're not like an affiliate of ours, right? It's we're providing a service, and we share with you all the due diligence that we've done, and then additionally, it's up to the users to decide, do they want to enter into that ecosystem or not? And we do hope you do. So there's a kind of a difference there, but that's very similar to the relationship with the Scale ecosystem and with their team. And so by us having our own smart chain there, we're gaining access and giving their entire user base access to everything that we have to offer. I got everyone in my household playing CB. That's awesome. I hate Binance. Don't give up with Binance. Persistence is key. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to work with them or not. They're very much about what's good for them, not what's good for us. And so even when it comes to whatever that listing offer might be, once they're knocking on our door, since our token will be going through the roof, I'm very much going to be approaching it from, why you guys? What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for our players? Because you've effectively only hurt our players up until this point. So how are you going to make up for that? Like, they have more to make up for right now than if they had never said or done anything at all, right? What's your plan in the multiplier? Because it's too low in Hiko. Multi-phase plan, right? Like, where there's not one single answer, and it's also not a one and done kind of thing. That it's not like one change that we're going to be making. But for one, we intend on, in one way, shape, or form, making it for all players, giving an incentive to be earning as much as you can wherever that opportunity arises. As I've mentioned, we have other smart chains that we're going to be supporting that are going to be incentivizing users. So what that means is we will always be supporting Hiko, and because that's a place that we've put a significant amount of resources, and our users, if they're there, we're never going to force them to move. We have people who have a whole bunch of teams on Hiko, and that's great. I mean, that contributes to our overall user base, like everything like that. The problem is specifically with Huobi having to kind of shut down operations in China, which was almost their entire user base. They've had significant issues with actually bringing new projects into the Hiko ecosystem, which means barely any, if not close to zero, actual projects. And again, it's that lack of prioritization of their bread and butter. They really burned us when they had us do this and that and this and that, and listing is coming, or investment is coming, and that's just never panned out. So very similarly, it's if anything big is going to happen on the Hiko ecosystem, it needs to be initiated by them. If they want to keep their user base, it needs to be initiated by them. We're going to be continuing to offer things to our players in a variety of different ways, and that goes for the multiplier as well, right? Like, if a smart chain is absolutely not willing to work with us in any way, shape, or form when it comes to like actually offering us something of value, then that honestly gets reflected in the multiplier. So really, they've kind of made their own bed there, and unfortunately, we've done everything we can to sort of drive people to the Hiko ecosystem. We've even done plenty of project introductions, and then they invest in something like Play-Doh Farm. Like, they have 10 daily active users, maybe. And what's really frustrating is they publicly lie about how many daily active users they have as well. If you go to their website, it'll say something like 100,000 daily active users, and then you go to DApp Radar and it has like nothing. In fact, they even messaged me saying, "Hey, just word of warning, DApp Radar is having issues. It's not showing the right amount of users for one of our projects." And I was like, Radar's having issues. Well, let me check it out. I looked at our numbers. Everything seemed fine. Looked at the smart chain interactions myself. Everything added up. And I was like, who's having issues? And they're like, oh, yeah, well, Plato Farm. Okay. Well, have you actually looked at their smart contracts? Because there aren't any players interacting with them. So, and that's a project that raised like a ton of money and has, again, a game that is not possible to earn in. Huge, what appears to me, not real communities, and they like invested in them. And I believe they're even listed or something. Like, again, it's just one of those things. We kind of get shafted so many times by somebody, and at that point, it's not worth taking any more of our time investing in it. How far behind am I on comments? 57. Okay, I'm only 9 minutes behind, so I'll keep going. Well, anytime this year, CZ will be the one to go to Kroge and kneel to be listed in their exchange. Only 14,000 scale. Come on, bro. Rookie numbers. I know. I'm accumulating. It's like I know something. That was a long forge. I think that has more to do with the UI. I know there's a couple developers who are on here watching, and I'm not blaming it on that without knowing anything. I just have a feeling that maybe if I refresh the page, it would like come up a little quicker, because I don't think the transaction is taking that long to go through, but I could be wrong. So just something to look into. Man, I am not going to forge a 5-star at this rate. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to refresh in like 10 seconds. Maybe Binance doesn't like Palo Palo type of PTE. No, that's not it. That's not it. I think they just don't have a stake in us because we didn't do a private sale. We only did a public sale. And so, it's just about the bottom dollar, I think, which is sad. They talk all this talk about decentralization and our smart chain and this and that. And it's like the most centralized entity you could ever imagine. They're only going to be listing things that they invest in, and we've talked to their investment team and they don't see the value. Okay, fine. That's your loss. I talked to them. I talked to a whole bunch of people about skill prior to last year's run up. They missed an opportunity and now they're missing it again. What about Wax Chain? Great question. I have actively been in contact with their team about their EVM, even offered development services to help stand it up. They're kind of just doing their own thing. I trust them. Oh, I forgot to refresh it, but it just went faster there. I think one of the developers must have kicked it. I'm kidding. We don't have any sort of access to that. I'm getting some 4-stars, which makes me feel a little bit better, but I'm paying a lot of money for... Oh, 359 on the 4-star. That's good. Oh, Lonely Claymore. I am so lonely. I am so lonely. I also like the single name weapons. Blade. I mean, Blade is just sick because I love that Marvel character, but Etcher. I like that. How much am I driving up forge costs right now? 58.60. We still don't have an Aurora tutorial video. Is it coming? That's a great question. I know we were working on an article specifically for it, and it might actually be paused because I think we're trying to get integrated onto Rainbow Bridge. We didn't expect that there would be so much friction of bringing funds in, and we also weren't necessarily made aware of like the minimum amounts to transfer, which we knew it just wasn't a question, right? Like, I feel like it kind of should have been a little bit more upfront. Like, yeah, you need to be moving in like $20 or $200 at a time. And I knew that wouldn't necessarily be feasible for the majority of our players. And so that's why we're working on some additional ways to bring in tokens for you guys. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Aurora, the whole Aurora thing is when it comes to multi-chain, we really try very hard to get all the different pieces set up ahead of time, and we thought we did, but there were just some factors and obviously dependence on other. Here, I'm going to refresh so I don't forget. Okay. Well, it's going a lot faster now, right? But there were some factors there that are kind of out of our control that now we're taking into our control and trying to resolve for all of you. No, that's Lonely Claymore and Etcher again. So that can't be right. Yeah, I'm going to give this a second. See what's going on there. Is there any estimation on what level you need to be profitable in BSC? I think it goes up higher as the skill price goes lower, certainly. So it's probably 61, 71 maybe. It's pretty high. It's kind of like a whale chain in a way because of the gas fees. So that's why we keep the bridge pretty cheap. We were intending on upping the price a long time ago, but since BNB chain has not been giving us some of the things that we thought they would give us as far as incentives for users, that was put on hold for sure. Why was the earning calculator removed? It wasn't on purpose necessarily, but it did need to be reworked with, and is being reworked with some of the additional updates that we have, like multipliers and things like that. Are you going to participate in the MLBB tournament for Earth Nation? Is there a tournament that I don't know about? I mean, I'm sure there is. There's a lot of things I don't know about, but yeah, let's keep it going. Can you sing the Crypto Boy and add your own lyrics? I'm not sure I know what Crypto Boy is. Forget Binance and their team, Philip. You're doing great without them. In a few months, they'll be begging to work with you. Yeah, I think so as well. All right, the images and adventure is a bit large on the screen. My 2 cents. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, we'll definitely be taking that feedback in. Looks like the BSC RPC is not very responsive right now. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense why it was kind of going faster and slower and why it's doing this right now. Crypto Boy is trending on TikTok. Supposed to be watching Dota 2 Major, but the updates brought me here. Awesome. Well, glad to have you. I'm glad to have all of you, really. All right, I'll check out Crypto Boy. Is it kind of like Island Boys? Maybe I can look at it while everything's... Kroge, why not try to sponsor an MLBB tournament? It's not that I don't want to or that I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's just that the PUBG Mobile tournament that we are sponsoring is absolutely humongous. I sent out some of these stats previously, but last year's tournament had over 25 million hours of Twitch live stream viewing. And this year should significantly exceed that. And as the name sponsor, every minute of that is going to have CryptoBlades somewhere on the screen, which is incredible. On top of that, we have 60 plus hours of influencers playing CB, of advertising. It's if we're not the number one crypto project even in Indonesia at the end of this, then we will not have done this justice. We're really going all in on this tournament. We're getting as involved as we possibly can with the organizers, and they have an amazing team. They're working directly with Tencent on making sure that it runs smoothly and it doesn't interrupt anything that Tencent is doing on their own, even though their tournament is technically bigger than Tencent's own PUBG Mobile tournament. So it's going to be huge. And if there's an opportunity, if we have a lot of success with sort of becoming the sponsor of this tournament, I would certainly love to participate in an MLBB, because I'm, at least last season was I forget what the exact Epic I think was the name of it. It's kind of like similar to Platinum, I guess, in League of Legends. But yeah, I'm like pretty decent. I'm much better at that than I am at League of Legends. Any plan on getting ambassadors? Same with what Bolster is doing. Can you elaborate? Hopefully we go boom with that sponsorship like Crypto.com when they bought the Staples Arena. Yep. Can we have a list of this influencers? I want to subscribe. Oh, for the PUBG Mobile. Or are you talking about Bolster? Four MPL season in a year, each country and audience is huge in PH and Indonesia. I didn't know we actually have the PUBG thing. I left the game a year ago. Well, welcome back. There's a lot going on. All right, I am going to refresh this and see. I mean, if I have to move to another chain too, to just keep forging. I got 10 minutes left before I got 12 minutes left before I got to get back to work. And I'm also curious if the interface was not showing me everything. No, these are indeed my weapons. So it's a nice average here, 1137. Yeah. Where's my, oh, there it is. Lightning Nation. I'm going to hold on to this just so you guys can't have it. Oh, 0 skill, Forge time 10 right now. Cool. Yeah, there's certainly some RPC issues going down. Bolster is having famous ambassadors to promote them. Do you have plans on doing it for CBK as well? So these brand ambassadors are actually, they signed contracts with Riveted Games. So there is an opportunity for us to benefit from this, but I really need to diagram this so everybody gets it, because I'm certain that as a result of, just reading announcements, it's never really made quite clear. But the brand ambassadors are going to be driving their users to our products, specifically because we have NFT drops that are going to be selling lifetime subscriptions to these influencers, many of which have humongous followings who don't necessarily have subscription services for their product, for their own brands yet, which is it's a necessity really at this point for any influencer or content creator to have something like a Patreon, et cetera. But we're going to be creating NFT drops, limited edition, that give lifetime subscriptions to these brand ambassadors, selling them on the Bazaar Marketplace as an INO. So everybody coming in from their community who doesn't even know anything about CryptoBlades even at that time is going to be coming into our marketplace on whatever chain actually they want to do, right? It can be Polygon, it can be BNB chain, like wherever is going to drive the most users. And then additionally, for the token sale for Bolster, they're going to be pushing out the whitelisting, right? These are all, they're going to be benefiting from the project being successful because they're going to be on the platform. And so they're going to be communicating to their users, hey, participate in the Bolster IDO, which is going to be on Ascension Pad. So they're going to be coming into the CryptoBlades ecosystem in mass, right? And that number isn't just like, that 20 million followers number. Like, even having 1 million for some projects is out of reach. And we just wanted to say, how do we completely blow that out of the water? And we worked for the past 3 months on finding the best influencers for us to sign. And I'm very, very excited for inevitably when we reach that 20 million barrier, because at that point, we're going to be on the map for everybody. And everyone's going to be coming after that IDO. That means all of them have to be either playing CryptoBlades or buying Skill Token in order to participate in that IDO, because the project is going to be that big. For the NFT drops, everyone's going to want to be having these lifetime subscription NFTs, because we're going to be minting them at a price that's extremely affordable for people, right? Like $100 mint for a lifetime subscription, to kind of circumvent all of the monthly fees for all of these influencers. Huge value there. People are going to be coming after those like crazy. So it's going to be unreal. We're not, that's just the way, that's just the only way I can describe it. And that's the benefit, that by developing these sorts of products and by going above and beyond with them and by putting our name on them, like, look what we've been able to do with CryptoBlades. And now we're going to be doing it in the SocialFi space. It's really unreal. I cannot even believe the amount of traction we've already had. And it's, it could be, Bolster could be even bigger than CryptoBlades. I don't know. Obviously we put everything we have into all of our products, but just with the way things are going, these influencers are certainly going to be driving their user base to the CryptoBlades and Scale Token products, just as by the nature of them, launching within our ecosystem. The more weapons you have, the longer it loads. That's what I observed during forging. Yeah, that was the case before, but that Thirsty Saber is sick. I know. How much does it cost to get a level 1 dude? It is, I think, 1 skill-ish, less than $2. Cool. All right, got about 6 minutes. Definitely going to try to get. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's when I'm not on the page. I got to get a 5-star here. I got to go fast. Got to go fast. Weapon 666. Please forge quickly. Hacked. Oof, that was a close one, guys. Good pick on Eric Eruption Ties and Ambassador. He has a big following since he was an Axie tournament player and a famous actor as well. Yep. Awesome guy as well. Let's go. I want a 5-star. I have 4 minutes. I need a 5-star. Palo. Eric is my favorite thick boy. Come on. Yeah, it's just being super slow. Excited about how all of these will pan out. Great job, Phil. Thank you. Any events on the 1 year CB anniversary? Yes, there are some in the works, but I won't leak those. Man, BSC is just struggling. I should just salvage this into that. I mean that. Have you heard about Aurora Plus? Super bullish on that. Near and Aurora seems legit. Near and Aurora do seem legit. I don't know that I've heard of Aurora Plus. Well, I might have actually. It just might not have had that name. No, not Plush. Plus. Huh. 50 free monthly transactions. Cool. Users who create an account in Aurora Plus during the first week of launch will be eligible for an airdrop of Aurora tokens. Oh, cool. That sounds awesome. I think that's a great plan. Love that. Yeah, they're very forward thinking. Oh, did I not confirm this? I could have swore I confirmed it. Yeah, BSC is just could not burn, insufficient, or transaction was denied. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to burn, I guess. Oh, I got powerful dust? So is it gone? No. I don't want to receive anything. Okay, what am I missing? Applying dust. Ah, so stupid. I didn't click on it. Did you guys see this interface? How sick is that? This is a good one to end on before I hop off. I should have. Oh, maybe because that reforge didn't go through yet. What a thing. All right. All right, that's okay. It's just totally freezing up on me, anyways. Oh, but before we go, I do want to check out my 3D dudes. As long as it loads. I'll also see if we have any last minute questions here. Hoping everything goes well for the game and the team. More power, CB. Thank you. When Genesis event, we will announce it when we have a date. How about we start on NFT character and weapon images that we can slap on as skins? It is being considered and spec'd. Bull run is coming, but Scale doesn't want to hit $1. Should we buy now or no? That's up to you. You just listen to the info and make your decision. Way better than the chain with yellow logo and expensive gas fees. I agree. The animation looks so cool. I know. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see my 3D dudes, but that's okay. I think you need to refresh, actually, for that to happen. I'm already 4 minutes late. I just can't help myself. I just want to see my 3D dudes. Yes. Look at those abs. Sick. Glad we can actually have those load now. This dude's just like, nah, I don't got a 3D. All right. I got to hop off, everybody. It's been really great going through the new UI. I haven't even gone through everything yet. I've been totally stuck on forging and everything. But we got everything brand new. Check it all out. I will be on again this week if everything goes well. Thanks for joining me today and for all the great questions. Yeah, until next time. And maybe the next time I'm on. No, I won't even say. All right. I'll leave you with that.